On this episode of Titan Television, you'll see some high-achieving seniors at West.
And you'll get a look at one of our many musically gifted Titans.
All this and more on this episode of Titan TV.
Good afternoon, Titans.
Good afternoon, Titans.
And welcome to
this edition of Titan Television.
Good afternoon, Titans, and welcome to this edition of Titan Television. I'm Jacqueline Raymer.
And I'm Abby Dodge. There have been a lot of new clubs added to Lee Summit West in these past couple of years, and we want you to know more about them.
Titan Click is a fairly new club here at West, and it focuses on the dangers of distracted driving.
And they want you to know more about their Arrive Alive campaign coming up in April.
If you want more information on this event, you can follow them on Twitter at Titan Click.
Clubs aren't the only groups doing outstanding work here at Lee Summit West. I got the chance to catch up with some of my fellow seniors who have just gotten some great news. Each year, juniors take the PSAT, but it's not just for practice. If you score well enough on this exam, you can become a National Merit Finalist. 7 of the 8 National Merit Finalists from Lee Summit came from West. Being a finalist means that you're eligible for future scholarships. Many of these students have made their final college decisions.
I'm going to be going to the University of Oklahoma next year, Norman.
UMKC, the 6-year program that I'm really looking into.
Well, I haven't decided yet. I've been accepted a couple places. I really think I like Boston.
The two I'm deciding between right now, like in my head, are NYU and UC Berkeley, which are very different.
I'm going to Auburn University.
No matter what you've been involved with, when you look back at high school, there's always some memories that stick out.
My favorite high school memory was probably a couple weeks ago when I realized that Flavor Flav follows me on Twitter. I didn't follow him first, and he is verified.
My favorite moment would be traveling to Worlds every year with the robotics team and going to St. Louis and seeing all these incredible feats of technology, but also meeting a lot of people from around the world.
My favorite memory was getting 4th at state in tennis last year.
I got this text message from my director saying, "Your first chair baritone saxophone in the all-state band." And I'm just like, oh my gosh, this is 4 years worth of work and dedication, and I finally hit this goal, and it was just the best feeling.
My favorite high school memory is senior prom, that I don't have a date, so if you're interested, call 816-824-8295.
All jokes aside, these finalists are planning on pursuing some pretty difficult majors.
As of right now, I plan on pursuing a degree in electrical engineering and hopefully becoming an engineer of some sorts, or even possibly going into medical technology.
Currently, I'm planning on becoming a biology major.
I'm going to major in electrical engineering.
I'll be majoring in music education with an instrumental focus.
I'm going pre-med, so I can be a doctor. That's my goal.
2 other finalists that I didn't get the chance to sit down with were Cooper Lebo and Ethan Payne. Ethan is planning on studying computer sciences at UMKC or the University of Texas, Dallas. Cooper is planning on attending the University of Central Missouri to study information technology. Good luck to all the finalists in their future endeavors. I'm Abby Dodge reporting for Titan Television.
During March and April, you'll see many of your fellow students taking care of babies.
Senior Ashton Dobson got up close and personal to see what this experience is like for students.
Junior lawyer Morgan is one of 3 boys in his parenting class.
I really don't mind it. It's like not a big deal to me.
Over the weekend, Morgan's assignment was to take care of an infant simulator. But he did not face this challenge alone.
Taking care of the baby is me and my girlfriend, and then my mom, she babysits on occasion.
While he is getting help, Morgan is learning what it's really like to be a teen parent.
You have to burp it, you have to feed it, you have to change its diaper, and like sometimes it just wants to cry.
Not only does Morgan have to take care of this baby at home, he must bring the child to school as well.
I think the worst part would be like when the baby actually starts crying, because it's like really awkward, embarrassing, and like everyone stares at you.
He doesn't do this.
Although this experience comes with challenges, Morgan has become more appreciative of his own parents.
Because you get to see how hard of an actual thing that it was, and like how much of a struggle and all the things that you have to do.
with photographer Danielle Gorman. This is Ashton Dobson, reporting for Titan Television.
As the school year is coming to a close, many Titan sports are just beginning.
Here's Stacia Anderson with this week's Titan Sports Update.
Good afternoon, Titans, and welcome to this edition of the Titan Sports Update. I'm Stacia Anderson. Spring sports are underway, but one winter team is still battling in the playoffs. Girls basketball moved through districts, defeating Ruskin 45-32 in the first round, followed by St. Teresa's 53-37 in the district championship game. They move on to play in the Class 5 state tournament tonight at 7:45 against Truman at Grandview High School. Boys basketball took on Rockers in the first round of districts. Unfortunately, they lost with a score of 87-74. They finished off their season with 10 wins and 14 losses.
Lacrosse.
Make sure to head out and support boys lacrosse on March 14th at 12 and the girls on April 1st at 7 p.m.
To see more previews for the upcoming season, go to lswestonline.com and see the new online Titan Sports Update on March 25th. Next, Malia Myers tells us about a sport that doesn't get much recognition.
For many, bowling is an occasional fun activity to do with friends and family. But for senior Christopher Seagraves, bowling is much more. Seagraves began bowling at the age of 5.
I got started in some bumper league and AMF bowling in Raytown.
Seagraves spends about 28 hours a week at the bowling alley.
I pretty much wake up every morning, go to school, and then either go to work or go to bowling.
Setting goals has also helped Seagraves develop in skill.
I try to at least every month increase 5 pins on my average. So if I'm averaging 220 one month, I want to average 225 or 230 by the next month.
Victory provides Seagraves with a sense of accomplishment.
I feel like I can beat anybody at any time, which is just an amazing feeling.
Seagraves' skills have helped carry the West team to success.
To get to go to state last year on the high school club bowling team, that was a big accomplishment.
Seagraves makes bowling look like a piece of cake, but it's just the opposite.
I want people to know that, bowling is just a lot more difficult than just throwing a ball and hitting pins. There's a lot more to it.
He intends on going to college next fall, and he will not cease to bowl.
Well, I plan to go to Wichita State and compete at the college level and bowl for them for 4 years. After that, I'll probably bowl in tournaments around the nation, and hopefully that works out.
As in many sports, it all comes down to who scores the most.
You don't really need to beat somebody by a whole lot. You just need to beat them by enough.
This is Malia Myers, reporting for Titan Television.
Well, that's all we have for this edition of the Titan Sports Update. I'm Stacia Anderson. Back to you in the studio.
Chris definitely takes bowling to another level, but if you're looking for something to do over spring break, bowling is a great option.
And coming up right after break is prom for all of us upperclassmen.
Mackenzie Elliott and Mackenzie Wilson went around Lee Summit to find this season's latest prom styles.
Long dresses and nice suits can only mean one thing for high schoolers. It's prom season. And for prom, every girl wants that perfect dress. But where should you look? Local stores like Micah's or Wedding Expressions offer many styles and perks.
Typically, we don't usually have our prom dresses on sale, but this season we've got them 25% off. And so that's all the prom dresses in the store. You can order from any of our catalogs, and we can get them in 5 days. So you can order on Monday, have it by Friday, and then we can do the alterations.
We have all of the popular colors and styles. We have all of our busy bridal season, and then at the same time we have a busy prom season.
Both of these stores have a registry that keeps track of what dresses have been bought to ensure that two girls from the same school do not have the same dress. Also, if you're short on money, you can go to Prom Resale through Facebook. It's a place for people to post used or even new dresses or tuxedos at reduced prices. Another common question is, what styles are in?
lots and lots of two-piece. And more young ladies seem to want their open back with the whole mermaid style and then the little flare at the bottom.
Still sell some ball gowns, but the popular thing now is like the flowy, sort of A-line flowy.
The royal blue has always been one of my favorites, and I mean, that color does fly out of our store faster, probably more than any other ones. I've seen mint green fly out the store pretty well.
Red is always popular, black, the peach or coral, aqua. Really, people like the bright blues and the bright purples too.
And for boys, you can find an outfit to match your lovely lady.
And we have several hundred different options for colors for vest and ties, so we can match the vest and tie to the girl's color of the dress.
We hope this prom advice will help you in picking your prom style. We'll see you on April 25th for this year's prom. With photographer Mackenzie Elliott, this is Mackenzie Wilson reporting for Titan Television.
Prom is a memory that many high school students cherish.
So boys, don't forget to start planning your promposals. And if you do, tag us in your pictures or tweets and you may be mentioned on the next Titan TV.
Last weekend, many students performed at districts and received a 1 rating.
Congratulations to the 40 students who received 1 ratings this past weekend in district vocal solo, instrumental solo, and small ensemble.
Some students love music so much that they want to make a future out of it.
Here's Vaughn Griffith with the story.
Quinn Moser has always had a passion for music.
I remember specifically seeing my dad jamming out on Billy Joel once at the house. I was like, oh, I want to do that.
His dad, Kurt Moser, has been a high school symphony and orchestra director for 11 years.
2004, I wrote our fight song. It goes way back.
Quinn started to play music seriously at a very young age.
Basically, I was like, Dad, come on, I need some lessons. And he'll be like, I can just show you stuff.
I guess my biggest reaction to what was going on, when Quinn was 10 or 11, he decided he wanted to learn Clair de Lune, which is a major piano work. I want to say it's 12 pages long. It's in a very difficult key. One day, I believe he was 11, he asked me to come into his room and he played it for me, and it was astounding.
He says his parents encourage him to excel.
My parents are just the biggest key contributors.
After years of practice, Quinn has started releasing his original music on iTunes.
Yeah, I'm making an EP right now.
He's working on a funk tune that will just drop you. I mean, it is amazing.
In the future, Quinn plans to go to college and continue to pursue music.
The main plan right now is just to study bass, because that gets the scholarship money, and then hopefully from there I can go into composition or get a degree in composition or conducting, but then kind of branch out, because you can go so many avenues in music. It's crazy.
We look forward to seeing more from Quinn in the future. With photographer Miranda Peach, this is Vaughn Griffith reporting for Titan Television.
This month, senior boys have been practicing to see who will be crowned this year's Mr. Titan.
Here's Katie Rasmussen with this year's candidates.
You won't want to miss this year's Mr. Titan on April 22nd. The show raises money for Project Grad, and former Titan Nate Davis and Miss Missouri will be hosting. Special guests Steve Serrano, Riley Brown, Dan Hughes, and 2 others who are not decided yet will be judging the event. Mr. Titan is a male version of a pageant show featuring formal wear competition, swimsuit competition, talent show, and an opening dance choreographed by the West Side Girls. Mr. Titan candidates for this year's show include Alex Keys, Austin Evler, Brandon Reynolds, Brenner Clemens, Jacob Ward, Jalen Wilson, Danny Bach, John Privatera, Jordan Kaiser, Logan Gia, Logan Roach, Mitch Graham, Montel Chisholm, Nathan May, Ryan Cahill, Tana Farrell, and Zach Kuba. You won't want to miss out on these boys doing their thing on stage, April 22nd at 7 p.m. for $5 at the door. Also, stay tuned for practices and rehearsals featured on lswestonline.com. This is Katie Rasmussen reporting for Titan Television.
Thanks, Katie. Well, that's all we have for this edition of Titan Television. I'm Jacqueline Raymer.
And I'm Abby Dodge. Have a great rest of the week and a safe spring break, Titans.